Imagine you're walking to work one day, and suddenly, kaboom! Someone drops an atomic bomb on you. Now, imagine if that happened to you twice.
It's Blue's Discord server just got nuked, not once but twice, and this shit is crazy because I literally saw it happen in real time. Like it was insane. So at first, right, let me tell the story of the nuking. Right, at first I got like a bunch of notifications, and I feel like everybody saw it, right? Like a bunch of notifications. I was like tripping. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And it was a bot called security bot, right? Like that was the name of the bot, and it was like spamming. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, the server's getting raided, right? Somebody's raiding the server, spamming some, probably like a porn server, but it happens all the time, right? So I joined the server, and the crazy thing is there was so many messages being sent that the app, like the Discord app, legit started glitching as I'm opening it. And I go in the server, and it's just straight chaos. Channels, like hundreds of channels were created, each channel called hidden, and the bots that was spamming the server spammed a tutorial on how to nuke a server, right? So it was spamming a tutorial on how to nuke a server while it was actively nuking its Blue server, right? And it would tag everybody like 5 times in each channel, and there was like 100 channels. And I literally saw this happen, and I go in, and I'm like, damn, like that's crazy, right? And the crazy thing is, while I'm chatting to people in the server why this happened and how it's tragic and how, you know what I mean, then something happened. All the channels called hidden that were created in the server, all of them got deleted. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought maybe, like, let's say It's Blue came back online and it was like trying to fix what's going on. By the way, as this is happening, everybody's just leaving the server. Like you can literally see it crumbling like right in front of your eyes. Like everybody's dipping. I think pretty much all of the staff all just left, which tells me that this was most likely an inside job. Like they had something to do with this, because like a lot of the like co-owners and stuff like that, they all just left. I was like, what? Right, so it might be an inside job, I don't know though. But anyways, a bunch of people leave, all the channels in that server, all of them get deleted, and then they all get created again, and then the server starts getting spammed / nuked again, right? So the bot ran the nuke like command twice, so the server got nuked twice. So what I'm guessing is the command that the person runs on the bot is to delete all the channels, right? Replace the channels with the hidden like channel with the name on it, and then spam 5 times how to nuke a server, right? I think from what I'm getting at, that's how it works, right? And when that person ran the command again, it did the same thing. It deleted all the channels, right, which were already like hidden. Like it deleted all the channels and then replaced them with more like channels called hidden, and then spammed the server 5 times. So the nuke command was run twice, right? And speaking about nuking, right, in my experience, right, from what I've heard, right, I don't know if there's any exploits that came up recently, but from my experience, to nuke a server, you need whatever's nuking the server to have administrative permissions, right? So what I'm guessing is, yeah, one of the guys switched up, right? One of the co-owners, because the server had a lot of staff. That was the, like, in my opinion, one of the main weaknesses of East Blue servers, that they had a lot of staff. Like I think he had like 6, 7, 8 co-owners. It had a bunch of like owners, and it had a bunch of mods, like 50 mods, bro. Like it had a lot of staff members, so it was very vulnerable to getting hacked. Like because you only need one. Like you don't need like a bunch of people to agree to it. You only need one person with admin abilities to then nuke the server, right? And you don't even need to give the bot itself admin. You just need to give the bot specific commands, right? And the commands that bot specifically would have needed to do what it did was the permission to be able to edit channels and delete channels. Also the permission to, I think, just to tag everybody and send gifs, and because it will send like a gif with the tutorial on how to spam servers, right? So it needs those specific permissions to do what it did, right? It doesn't even need like full admin, right? Because it didn't have it. It was just the security bots, right? So that was pretty tragic, right? And I mean, I feel bad for bro, because like you could tell that, you know, It's Blue himself was really trying to make this shit work with this server, even though it didn't work out very well, right? But speaking about It's Blue, right, let's talk about the whole identity crisis going on with this guy, right? Because a lot of people are a bit confused about, you know, because this happened so far, because this server was only around for like 2 weeks, right? The persona, the It's Blue persona was only around for like 2 weeks before the server got nuked and pretty much deleted off Discord, right? So a lot of people don't even know who the fuck this guy is, right? So basically, from what I know, right, is that It's Blue or Splunker or whatever he's calling himself is the same person as Foxy, right? You remember Foxy? I made a video about him a while ago, right? They're the same person, right? I know he tries to like act as if he's not, but he has told me, right, that it's him, right? He's sent me a DM saying that, yo, it's me, right? And he's probably gonna deny it, obviously, right? And he's probably gonna get mad that I'm revealing this, but I feel like it's necessary to explain the point I'm trying to make here, right? So it's him, right? It's the same person. It's Blue and it's Foxy is the same person, right? So why did he change his identity? From my understanding, right, after I made my video on him, which got his which created like discourse and arguments and just drama around his server, and when that happened, he panicked and decided to just delete the entire It's Foxy Discord server, right? Like, and it was literally hours like after I made that ImFox's video. By the way, I'll link it in the description if you want to watch it, right? It's a great video, I love it. After I made that video, it's basically exposing how bad the management of his server was. He freaked out and deleted his entire server, right? His entire server was deleted, and he took like a break. And I'm guessing he was like afraid to be turned back as Foxy because I guess his reputation was ruined, which it wasn't. Like, I mean, he could have just made another server, right? But I'm guessing he wanted to make he wanted to change. He wanted to create a new persona, a new personality, a new face for him and his branding, which is why he then created the It's Blue or Splunker like profile, right? And creating that profile wasn't the only thing he did, right? Then he created a new server, right? And then that server, I think none of this is like confirmed, right? Because he's not going to tell me, right? So it's pure speculation, right? So take this with a grain of salt, right? But what I think happened is he realized that it'll be very difficult to grow his server the organic way, like organically, like through his content, because he deleted all his videos on his YouTube channel, so like he's not getting any new views. And even when he started posting again, like those 2 videos, they barely got any views. And again, I'm not one to talk because my videos don't get that many views either, but like, you know, my point is he wasn't making enough like of an impact when it comes to his channel to where he can grow his Discord server to the level that ImFoxy was, because ImFoxy had like 250 members, but when he got, you know, removed, right? So he was trying to get his server to the same level as It's Foxy as soon as possible, right? And I'm guessing he thought to himself, you know, it'll take too long to do it the organic way, right? And also he won't gain that much respect that way, right? So he decided to do the other method, which is the paid to win method, right? And the paid to win method is useful, right? So the way it works is you pay people to invite people to join your server. It's like a pyramid scheme, right? So it's like you have the owner who has all the money, right? He, like I say, he will invite a bunch of people to his server, right? Like specific people he will invite to his server, and he will tell these people, hey, look, if you invite a certain amount of people to my server, I'll give you nitro, right? I'll give you a gift in the Discord cosmetic shop, right? I'll give you a Hive cosmetic, right? I'll donate to your stream, right? If you invite a certain amount of people into my server, right? And it worked very well, right? Like, again, the server was only around for 2 weeks. It was only around for 2 weeks, and during that time it grew all the way to 230 members, right? Which was very rapid. I mean, another thing that he did besides the pyramid scheme part, another thing that he did is he surrounded himself with people that already found success in this method of growing a Discord server, right? Like the people from the Hive Hub Discord server, I Am Grinder, and stuff like that. Like people who are already who've already succeeded in a way in growing their server without having their channel pop off and be successful, right? Because like a lot of these people, like they have like 200 subscribers, and yet their server has like 1,000 members, right? So they've mastered this method of, you know, paying people to invite people into their server promotions, server partnerships, right? They've grown their server using those methods, right? Which works if you want a lot of members like really fast, right? So he used that method to grow his server. Right now, the problems with using this method is a lot of the times the people that join your server are not joining to engage with the server. They're not joining to be active in your server. The only reason they're there is for the money. It's for the nitro. It's for the and the thing is, a lot of the times when it comes to these servers is once you stop giving away stuff to those people, they will leave. Either they will leave or stop interacting with your server entirely. And you notice this because when I was in the server, right, and people, you know, can back me up on this, is the server will only ever be active when there's a giveaway happening, right? When it's Blue himself came online and, you know, told everybody, yo, I'm doing a giveaway, I'm doing this. That's the only time the server will ever be active, right? Because that's the people that were there in his server. The only thing they would care about is if he was giving away nitro, if he was giving away, you know, money and all this other stuff, right? So that's the only time people will be active. And also, I feel like it's like the whole, like, his server growing really fast. I feel like it got to his head, like he got a bit cocky to the point where he was actually complaining in the server, like, oh my god, right, this guy is asking for nitro in my DMs, can you believe this, guys? Like, he literally sent a message in the server itself. It's like, bro, can you imagine, this guy is asking me for nitro, oh my god, bro, this peasant, like, straight up like saying that. And I'm like, bro, like, you marketed your entire persona and server around giving away nitro, right? People are gonna ask for nitro. That's bound to happen, right? So, you know, that's a whole thing, right? And the thing is, another thing you gotta realize when it comes to growing a server that way is that people don't care about you. That's another thing, right? A lot of people that are in that server, they don't give a fuck about East Blue. They don't care who he is. The only thing they care about is that he's gonna give them nitro, right? If they rub shoulders with him, if they become friends with him, maybe he can give away money. Maybe he can give them nitro and stuff like that. And another thing, guys, this is like completely like unrelated, right? East Blue, from what I know, again, he is Foxy. He's like 13, 14 at most. So like, where the fuck is he getting all this money, right? Because he can't own a credit card, he can't own a debit card, right? He's too young for that. So he might have been paying people with his parents' money or his parents' credit card. So yeah, that's another story for another day, right? So anyways, he grew his server, right? The server became pretty successful in my eyes. I know a lot of people will think, man, 230 members is nothing, right? But in my eyes, I feel like it's pretty successful, right? Especially because he was able to get those members so quickly, right? So I see that as a successful, but unfortunately that kind of backfired and his server got nuked, right? Like obliterated, bro. Like, and it was pretty tragic because like, bro, like this server was only around for like 2 weeks, bro. Like barely, like, you know what I mean, like less than a month. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe like a little bit over a month, and that shit was gone, like completely. Like, I don't know who did it. I don't know why they did it. I feel like maybe it's somebody that that doesn't like It's Blue or It's Fox, or maybe It's Blue did a giveaway and refused to pay somebody, and then they got mad and then nuked his server, right? Or some kind of beef, like something happened between him and whoever nuked his server, and he decided to nuke his entire server, not once but twice, right? So that's pretty tragic. But yeah, I mean, this guy cannot catch a break, bro. Like, first it was ImFox's with a video I made about him getting his server deleted. Now it's this. Like, it's like, bro, come on, dog. And I feel like if he makes another server, it's only gonna get his server nuked again, right? Because like, it's gonna become a trend to do this, right? Because the people that I believe guarantee the people that nuked his server are people that he knows, right? Like, I feel like guarantee whoever nuked his server knows him personally and is close to him, right? And he doesn't know that. So I feel like if he did make another server and grew it to that extent, it will just get nuked again, right? So that's fucked up, that's tragic. But anyways, what do y'all think, guys? That's it for today's video. What do y'all think? Do you think this guy needs to pack it up? Do you think he needs to give up, forget about Discord, try something else? I don't know, but like, I feel like his time on Discord is like, it's over, right? Because like, if he makes another server, this is gonna happen again because he's addicted to giving people admin. His server had like 20 co-owners, right? Like, he's immature. He cannot manage a server. That's the whole reason I made my last video. It's about him being a shit server owner, and this has unfortunately backfired in the worst way possible with getting his server nuked, right? Moral of the story: do not give your friends admin, right? Give your people you trust admin, but like, don't just give everybody like admin just because they're your friend, right? You have to have some special connection with them. You need to trust them, right? They need to be in the server for a long time. Yeah, you need to be more serious about who you give admin is, even though a lot of times it seems trivial and just like whatever, bro, just take the admin. I feel like a lot of people need to be more like wary about who they give admin to, because this might end up being your server as well, right? And it's also very demotivating when something like this happens to a person, right? Because they care so much about the server that they made. But anyway, that's it for today's video, right? Catch y'all in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, right? Join my Discord, right? Don't nuke my server. Okay, please, bro, I don't want the smoke, dog. Just let me be, bro. But anyways, yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.